Welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto every day. On today's episode, I've got some really great news stories for you. One is coming out of New York, another one with Metamask, and it will actually help you save some fees on your gas because we all know gas is expensive, and a project that has been around for a while, but I haven't really heard too much from them. Anyways, let's get into it, talk about this news, and of course, Bitcoin price action, because we did get that close above $50,000, but we are seeing a little bit of weakness and will support hold at about $50,000. Stay tuned. Before we get started, I want to take a second to shout out my good friend SavageMine. And he created some really cool merch that is located on dogelord.com. And they've got a lot of different crypto stuff. So I'm actually, when I'm done with this stream, I'm going to be purchasing this hoodie here because I can always use a hoodie. And if you zoom in and you look really close, well, it's hard to see, but it's got a lot of different influencers' names on it, which is really cool. My name is on it and a lot of different crypto names there as well. And I think it's really cute, so I'm going to go ahead and buy it. If you're interested, I will have the link down below. If not, that's fine too, but I just wanted to shout it out because he worked really hard on it and he's a very good and dear friend of mine. This next little segment is going to be about Voyager because they just added 3 new assets that you can go ahead and obtain interest on. So in crypto, they call interest APR, and you can earn up to 2% APR on these 3 assets: Dogecoin, Mana, and Uniswap. So let's talk about this a little bit. Generally, it is not advised to keep your cryptocurrency on exchanges because not your keys, not your coins. So there's a little bit of risk associated with there. However, I don't mind having a small amount of my portfolio on a centralized exchange, especially a place like Voyager, that I can actually earn some passive income from holding if I'm not really ready to go ahead and trade those yet. So the great thing about Voyager is you can just leave these assets on the exchange. There is a minimum that you do have to leave on the exchange, but you can leave them there and you can earn passive income. And then when you're ready to sell, you can go ahead and do so. So I think that this is an excellent way to kind of hedge your portfolios a little bit and earn passive income by just holding these cryptocurrencies there. Because if you have them already, why not just leave a portion of them on an exchange and take advantage and earn this passive income? Now that we talked a little bit about Voyager, I want to go ahead and chart their coin because it's been doing pretty well. And from what I'm seeing is we're having a healthy range of consolidation between about $7.14 and this low area of about $5.80. Yes, we have had some swing low wicks, and they bounce perfectly off of the EMA 21, which is fantastic, but we're in this nice consolidation range. The reason why it's important is because we had a consolidation range from about February 12th to about February 17th, and we popped. Prior to that, we had consolidation on January 30th to about February 12th, and then we popped. So will this take place again? Well, taking a look at the daily, it's showing a little bit of bearishness, so we may get another drop down to about $5.48 and possibly down to $5. But if we get a quick wick up, if people buy after we drop down, I believe that we'll continue to consolidate in this range, and then once we're ready to break out, we should go ahead and probably retest anywhere from $8 to about $9.28. This is great news, you guys, especially for the folks of New York. As you know, New York is one of the toughest states to operate if you are a crypto company or a crypto exchange. But BitGo just successfully got their license in New York. They are now a crypto custodian. What does this mean and why is it important? Well, institutional investors are now going to be able to use BitGo to go ahead and invest in crypto. So when we're talking about institutional investors, this is a quote directly from the article. Institutional investors, wealthy hedge funds, banks, private equity firms can now store and trade crypto through BitGo. They're going to be their custodian. And it's going to be approximately $30 billion because that's how much BitGo has in assets under custody. Not 100% sure if it's all crypto. Either way, this is great news for New York. So again, this is going to be done via a trust, and it was issued by the New York Department of Finance, which I think is amazing. BitGo has been around for quite some time. They've been around, I want to say, since 2012, and it's actually the 8th trust that was approved in New York. Prior to BitGo, they've got Paxos, Gemini, Coinbase-backed, Gmoz.com, all received trust charters. And probably the most important aspect of this is that they support wrapped Bitcoin. BitGo does. And wrapped Bitcoin is a vehicle for DeFi. So will we start to see some more institutional investors pump our DeFi bags? Comment below, let me know your thoughts. All right, folks, this is a cryptocurrency I haven't heard from since like 2018. IOTA releases smart contracts protocol alpha ahead of core coincide rollout. I hope I didn't butcher that. So developers can now try out the upcoming WebAssembly smart contract platform. So a little bit about this, and this is going to be an excerpt from Cointelegraph regarding the tech, because you guys know I focus on tech light stuff. They stated here, the smart contracts are based on Rust and the WebAssembly framework, putting it in similar development environment as some of the more recent smart contracts platforms like Polkadot and Near Protocol. Applications in decentralized finance and non-fungible tokens. That's where IOTA wants to focus about it. However, due to the way their blockchain is set up, it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the team because it's not as easy to do via the other chains. So I think it's pretty interesting that IOTA is going to kind of be, I want to call it almost like a rebrand, but I think it's pretty interesting that they're doing this and employing smart contracts so they can go ahead and have access to the DeFi and NFT space. However, I haven't heard about them from a while. So is this just a ploy to get the price to come up and then them kind of just, take their sweet time? Because realistically, I didn't really hear anything about them for a long time. So I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and chart it for you and see if there's an opportunity to make some money. All right, guys. So this is the IOTA chart and it's actually looking really, really decent. The way that it's price is holding onto the EMA 9 and balancing and acting as support, pretty great. Support is going to be down here at about $1.21, and then you've also going to pay attention to this area here, the EMA 21 at $1.14, and I would also pay attention to the EMA 30 at $1.04. However, we're starting to pop up. It's starting to look a little bit bullish, and if we keep running, we should get up to about $1.41. Maybe not today, but probably this week if everything still stays bullish. And I would like to see another test of 155 and break. However, let's kind of zoom out because IOTA is an older project and I want to see exactly where they are from their all-time high. So they had an all-time high back over here, December 2017. Told you guys it's an older project, $5.69. So they've got quite some ways to continue to grow. However, everything is kind of looking decent. Personally, I want to see $1.40 flipped. And once we're able to do that, we should probably have a nice shot up to about 170. And then this area here of about 186 to $2. Then from there, there'll be a little bit of a struggle as the next area of importance is $2.31. So as far as today goes, and probably the rest of this week, if Bitcoin keeps being, if she behaves herself, we should see another climb and at least test about $1.40. I want to talk about this for a second. So we know Jack is a Bitcoin maximalist. Well, he just put this tweet out earlier this morning. Square's accepting a majority ownership stake in TIDAL through a new joint venture, with the original artist becoming the second largest group of shareholders and Jay-Z joining the Square board. Why would a music streaming company and financial services company join forces? So I'm not going to read you the whole entire thread, but I think it's pretty interesting that he is pretty much a Bitcoin maximalist, but he's talking about NFTs here, because what NFTs allow you to do, it's not just artwork, you guys, you actually have ownership of whatever it is you create. This is great for musicians. This is great for poets. This is great for authors. This is great for anybody who actually creates, because you get to have ownership. You don't have to go to a publishing company. This is going to be a game changer for the music industry, which makes sense why Jay-Z is involved. However, generally Bitcoin maximalists aren't about that. They are 100% Bitcoin. So I think that this is pretty interesting nonetheless, and I will be following Jack to see what he's talking about here and see if this actually is in fact NFTs. I'm excited to talk about this next article, and it is from Metamask, because I've been using Metamask a lot, and I'm sure some of you guys have as well. So the title states, connect users to layer 2 networks with the Metamask Custom Networks API. They state that their new Custom Network API is the latest step on the way to seamless cross-chain user experiences in Metamask. It also allows developers to recommend a variety of chains to their users, including layer 2 networks. So when they're talking about layer 2 networks, they're talking about Polygon, formerly known as Matic, we talk about that a lot, Arbitrum, Optimism, sidechains like Scale and XDAI, and it further states, and indeed any EVM compatible chains, including enterprise networks and testnets. Then they went on to say these networks are then added to the user's network menu with a simple confirmation, and the user is able to switch between networks using familiar network switching menus. This is incredibly easy. All you do is you go over to Metamask and it'll allow you to switch your network. I want to say it's right at the top. So this is exciting because Metamask understands that there's a problem with gas, and they're not just going to be exclusive to Ethereum. If you guys are interested, make sure to check out this article. I'm very, very excited that Metamask is making this update. Only thing I wish they would do, because I've got like a million different Metamask accounts, I wish they would have a feature so I can go ahead and convert my Ethereum dust to something, like cash it out super easier and convert it somewhere, because it's just been sitting there on all these different wallets, or send it over to a wallet for like no fee. That would be dope, but that won't happen. Either way, let's talk about Bitcoin. All right, you guys, this is my Bitcoin chart. What the heck is going on with her? So yesterday we had an opening here at $48,300, a swing high here to about $52,700, and a close at about $50,491. I said we needed to close above $50,000. We did. However, we're starting to look a little bit weak as we have a red candle here. And I'm just so used to seeing these massive green candles. I'm a little bit bummed about this cute little candle for today. So Market Cipher is still long on the daily chart, but just because Market Cipher is long on the daily chart doesn't mean that we will not have some volatility. Now, taking a look at the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart is looking bullish, even though we have a little red dot that is printed here. Me personally, there's not a lot of confluence. This is not something I would be interested in trading. I think we're probably going to range in this area between about 48.3 and about 52.7 until we get a breakout of either direction. So what I would look for today, what I would watch for, I would really be watching this $50,000 area. And again, we need to really hold this line here as we're kind of just vibing in this area. If we do drop, I would probably look to about 48,000 first. And just as long as we hold my baby trend line here, I think we should be good. However, we might get some massive bullish momentum. We had the BitGo license that was announced earlier with Bitcoin. Anything could happen. If we do decide to pump, I would look for another move to 52.7 to possibly $54,322. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.